an Otome game about being isekaied in an Otome game. My next life as a villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, will finally become a proper Otome game and will be released on the 10th of February. This is based on a light novel originally, where a girl is isekaied in an Otome game, but as the villainess. And she has no knowledge about her former past, except that she has played this Otome game and knows that all routes lead to doom, meaning that she, the villainess, will either be exiled or killed. And now, of course, she desperately tries to evade this fate by putting all her strength into it and also changing the relationships between the characters. What I got, the Otome game is kind of set after the events of the main game and after the graduation, and kind of like of a fan book of the series and yet unpublished story of Katharina's ruin. In this game, she's invited to a post-graduation party on a boat, together with her brother-in-law Keith and all the other former classmates. But these peaceful times and reunion are interrupted by pirates who suddenly hijack the ship. So will she manage to escape doom yet again? The characters are the MC, or in this game called Katharina. She's simple, forgetful, quite straightforward, and has more average magic abilities. But what she loves the most is eating. Her biggest fault, on the other side, is that she's totally oblivious to the affections of the men around her. And what's very important to note about her, she's a voiced heroine. Gerald is her fiancé, a blonde, blue-eyed prince, but with a mischievous and twisted personality. He met Katharina in his childhood when he was bored and uninterested in everything. But nowadays, he's obsessed with Katharina, and his affection is growing from day to day. The voice actor also voices Ai in Uta no Prince-sama or Komparu in KBO. Keith is Katharina's brother-in-law, and in contrast to her, he has high magical abilities and is vastly attractive. At least the description says so. He is supposed to have been living a miserable life until he met Katharina and experienced the warmth of a loving family, what now leads to him becoming quite a good young man. And he not only voiced Frankenstein in Code Realized, but he will also voice the Witch of Ruin in the upcoming Even If Tempest. Alan is Gerald's twin brother and fourth prince of the country. He has a wild Ode-sama character, but always felt inferior to his way too perfect brother, but gradually learned to accept himself being with Katharina. And he is a very talented musician. He voiced Ranmaru in Uta no Prince-sama, Yuma in Diabolic Lovers, and Senayuki in the upcoming localized Lover Pretend. Nicole loves his sister Sophia and is unaware of his ability to charm the people around him so much that he even has a fan club. Except when he is with his family, he's expressionless and a bit cold, but being with Katharina, on the other hand, makes him warm up and open up his heart. And he also voices Akaza from Olympia's Marie. This game also introduces two new characters. One is Rosie. He works as a technician at this ship and is part of the maintenance staff. He is friendly, easy to talk to because of his open and kind personality, and became friends with Katharina because he gave him sweets as she was hungry. And he's yet another Uta no Prince-sama voice actor, where he voiced Masato and also Shizuru in Nil Admirali no Tenbin. And lastly, we can also date the pirate Silva, who seems kind but also has an exotic air around him due to his unusual clothing, and is kind of two-faced, being rather harsh towards other people but extremely caring when it comes to his family. He also voices Takeru in Collar X Malice. Who else from the staff do we know? That's the main scenario writer who also wrote Jaco no Laila and Kenga Kimi. But as I expect this game to be more on the funny side, it will probably be more like Cupid Parasite, what she also wrote. The only thing I can say about the art so far is that it seems to stay close to the manga and anime adaptation of the light novel, what is definitely important for fans of the series. But to me personally, it doesn't speak too much. I don't know, I think the sprites look a bit simple, and likewise do the CGs. But that's just my personal opinion. Regarding the system, we know there will be the normal relationship choices and story choices when you decide on what to do next. And I think to make it a smoother entry to people who are not familiar with the series, there will be flashbacks to the times when they went to school together. So is this game made for fans? I think in some way the game kind of expects you to kind of know the characters and their relationships. But meanwhile the story is totally disconnected from all what happens in the novel and manga and anime. But I think if you love either the light novel, the manga or the anime, you might definitely enjoy this entry as the final Otome game everyone has been waiting for. It looks lighthearted, colorful and fluffy with some more like slightly action scenes or emotional scenes, as the ship is hijacked by pirates and Katharina still has to escape doom. But overall I think this will definitely be a funny game. Regarding the Japanese level, just judging from the promotional material, I think it might be suited for upper beginners. Though there are some more complicated words, I think it's a huge bonus that the heroine is voiced with just like a godsend gift for learners. So if that's not the Secret Idea Factory title, then you might still want to buy this game in Japanese to brush up your beginner Japanese, or maybe to even make this your first Japanese Otome game. I think as it's like super fluffy and funny, I might skip on this game, because the only characters I would be interested in are the dangerous pirate. I think his voice is gorgeous, or the distant Alan, just because of the promo scenes and his deep voice. And as much as I love Akaza's voice actor, I don't think Nicole seems too interesting as a character. And I can't stand Gerald's voice at all. So though I think the story will be interesting and the dialogue's funny, I'm the type of person who needs more tragedy in her Otome games. I don't want a game to make me laugh, but to make me cry. So I'd rather save for the upcoming Tengoku Struggle, for example. But if you want to buy this game, consider also buying it via the links in the description. If you want to hugely help out this channel to help me make better and more videos, I really appreciate it. Or you can just consider to like or subscribe, because I appreciate every form of support. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye!